It didn't begin with scandal. It began with sunlight, Mediterranean waves, a luxury yacht, and a man in sunglasses enjoying an afternoon far from the gray skies of London. But what followed would become one of the most talked about royal photo sets of 2023, because that man was Jack Brooksbank, husband to Princess Eugenie, and the boat he stood on was soon caught in a storm that had nothing to do with weather. The images appeared quickly. Jack, drink in hand, surrounded by bikini-clad women, none of them his wife. The captions wrote themselves. Where's Eugenie? What's he doing in Capri? Is something wrong? For the average celebrity, it might have passed as a moment of poor optics, but Jack Brooksbank is no average man. He is married to the granddaughter of Queen Elizabeth II. He is father to the king's great-nephews, and in the strange theater of British royalty, image is everything. Welcome to Crownverse, where we peel back the curtain not with tabloid frenzy, but with investigation. If you believe the real stories behind the monarchy deserve more than headlines, subscribe now, because in royal life, truth and perception rarely wear the same crown. Let's begin with the facts. In the summer of 2023, Jack Brooksbank traveled to Capri, Italy, for a business event. His role, connected to a tequila brand and promotional activities, was not unusual. He's a businessman, known for his hospitality ties and his long-standing connection to the drinks industry. This was work, but work, in royal life, is never just work. Photographers captured Jack on a yacht alongside 3 women. They were models and brand ambassadors, according to reports. There was swimming, sunbathing, laughter. There was also no Princess Eugenie in sight. What might have been dismissed as a business junket quickly spiraled into narrative. Some tabloids suggested impropriety. Others asked whether the couple was experiencing trouble. Still others framed it as an embarrassment to the crown, yet another headline linking royal names to questionable optics. The photos sparked whispers, then waves. And yet, as the headlines escalated, something quieter happened behind the scenes. A friend of Jack's spoke out. The photos, they said, had been misinterpreted. The women were colleagues. Nothing untoward occurred. Jack, the friend insisted, adores Eugenie and was simply caught in a moment being spun into something it was not. For a moment, the statement seemed to slow the media cycle, but the damage, however minor, was done. And it raised larger questions about privacy, perception, and power. Because here's what matters. The photos didn't prove wrongdoing. They proved ambiguity. And in royal life, ambiguity is dangerous. Princess Eugenie, to her credit, remained publicly composed. There was no statement, no rebuttal, no scandal. Instead, months later, she posted a birthday tribute to Jack, calling him my hero. It was a subtle but powerful gesture, a signal to the public that all was well, that trust, whatever had been questioned, remained intact. Still, the echoes linger. This wasn't the first time a royal-adjacent figure found themselves in a tabloid tempest, nor will it be the last. But the incident reveals something deeper about the institution and how the public engages with those who orbit its center. Jack Brooksbank, unlike Prince William or Harry, holds no title. He is not a working royal. He receives no taxpayer funds. And yet, the moment he stepped on that yacht, he became a symbol of loyalty, of masculinity, of the rules we expect royal spouses to follow even when they technically don't serve the crown. And Eugenie, though not a senior royal, carries a surname that comes with consequence. Her father, Prince Andrew, lives under a cloud of controversy. Her mother, Sarah Ferguson, has endured public highs and lows for decades. For Eugenie, even a hint of discord can trigger memories of scandals past. In this light, The Capri photos were not just gossip, they were a mirror held up to a younger generation of royals, reminding them that the spotlight, even dimmed, never truly turns off. But what do we really know? That Jack was on a yacht with women that were not his wife. That those women were part of a business event. That the friend's explanation was swift, and that Eugenie responded not with rage, but with affection. And that the story faded, as most do, into the backdrop of an ever-moving royal narrative. So why does it still matter? Because stories like this, even when minor, tell us how the monarchy adapts, or doesn't, to a world saturated with lenses. In Queen Elizabeth's era, privacy was sacred. Scandal, when it erupted, was managed in silence. But in the age of Instagram and instant headlines, silence isn't always protection. Sometimes it's fuel. The Capri moment also raises the question of how royal spouses, not born into the institution, navigate its expectations. Jack, like Meghan Markle or Mike Tyndall, married into a family where every gesture can become a symbol. They carry no official power, but immense symbolic weight. And when that weight is mishandled, even accidentally, the fallout is rarely fair. Eugenie and Jack, by all accounts, are strong. They share 2 children. They live in part abroad. They appear united in public and affectionate in tone. But as with all things royal, the true story often lies not in crisis, but in quiet. What does it mean to be loyal when every photo is potential ammunition? What does it mean to trust when every absence becomes a question? These are not just questions for Jack and Eugenie. They are questions for every royal trying to live a life that feels human inside a machine that demands perfection. The monarchy survives on image, but behind the image are people. People who make mistakes, who laugh too freely, who board a yacht without checking the angle of the sun. And sometimes that's all it takes. In the end, the Capri story didn't erupt into scandal. It didn't lead to separation. It didn't derail a marriage. But it reminded us that in royal life, no moment is ever truly small. A drink on a yacht can become a headline. A gesture of affection can become a rebuttal. A whispered rumor can become the story that shadows a family for years. And sometimes the story isn't even real. So what matters then is how the royals respond. With silence, with dignity, with the occasional post reminding the world that love, when quiet, speaks loudest. This is Crownverse, where we follow not just the drama, but the truth behind it. If you want to stay grounded in what's real, verified, historical, and elegant, subscribe now. Because in the age of rumor, truth is the rarest royal treasure.